Hello everyone, welcome along. It is Wednesday, the 13th of August, the middle JDQ quiz of the week. Sorry, just in between recording yesterday's and today's, just shouted at my mother-in-law across the close through the window, asking her if she was all right. You know, just sat there in the garden, putting her feet up. I think I might have to take some drinks over. I think I might have just sort of roped myself into being their waiter for the rest of the day. But anyway, I digress. Here we are. Another 5 questions for you today. Another mixed bag of things to get stuck into. How many will you score? Well, we'll find out very, very shortly. Let's see how you do. It's Wednesday, the 13th of August. And here is your first question. Number 1. What is the collective noun for a group of owls? I don't know where I was going with that. Here's your first question. Sound like Tony the Tiger. So here it is. What is the collective noun for a group of owls? Question number 2. In which TV movie franchise would you find the vehicle, the General Lee? Question number 3. Which animal lives in a burrow stroke warren? I need to double check that answer. I've got one answer, but I've got a funny feeling there might be another one. That one. No, okay. There is only one animal that lives in that. Fair enough. Question number 4. Who narrated the Harry Potter audiobooks in the UK? Now, I've put in the UK because I couldn't quite... internationally, there are other people who have recorded it, but we've got some, good morning and good afternoon, good evening to our US players. I'm not sure if it was this person in the US as well. It may well be. You also might not even know who this person is, so... Finally, I've just realised what I've done here. Finally, question number 5 for today. Who was assassinated at the Ford's Theatre in 1865? So who was assassinated at the Ford's Theatre in 1865? There we go. That is your 5 questions for today, for Wednesday. How do you think you did? Well, we'll find out shortly after Dave counts us down from 5 to 0. So, Dave, take it away.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Magic, thank you very much, Dave. Right, let's see how you did with your selection for today. Question number 1 was this. What is the collective noun for a group of owls? It is a parliament. Question number 2. In which TV movie franchise would you find the vehicle General Lee? It is the Dukes of Hazzard. Number 3, which animal lives in a burrow stroke warren? I just double checked it. So it is a rabbit. A warren is a network of interconnected burrows dug by rabbits. So there you go. That's the official definition of a burrow as well for you. Question number 4, who narrated the Harry Potter audiobooks in the UK? It was Stephen Fry. And finally, number 5, who was assassinated at the Ford's Theatre in 1865? It was Abraham Lincoln, President Abraham Lincoln. So there you go. That is all of your questions for Wednesday the 13th. Your tiebreaker is coming up in just a moment. So tot your scores up. How did you do? Do let me know. To add your score to the global leaderboard of Quiz Hub, don't forget, you need an answer to your tiebreaker, and your tiebreaker question is this. And this is a proper... this is how I used to do tiebreaker questions in the pub. It was always pick the most random thing from the quiz and find a way to write a question about it. And this is this, because this shouldn't... I mean, US players, you might have an inkling. But what is the capacity of the Ford's Theatre in Washington. So it still exists today. What is the capacity of the Ford's Theatre in Washington? The only clue I'm going to give you is the range has to be between 0 and 2,000. I worked this out as well. I keep saying 0 and 1,000, but it's not, because it's always the difference between your answer and the correct answer. So actually it's 0 and 1,000, 1,999 is the range. So yeah, what is the capacity of the Ford's Theatre in Washington? So adding your score onto Quiz Hub, it's the difference between your answer and the correct answer is the score you put onto Quiz Hub. Competitive players, as always, nearest to it gets the point. So what is the capacity of the Ford's Theatre in Washington? It is 665. Yep, 665 is the capacity. Hello to all of our American friends as well. We have a lot of people listening to the podcast in America. I also found out, actually, let me just do my usual wrap up and then I'll mention this because you may well be interested in this. But yeah, so thank you very much as always for playing. They did Wednesday the 13th of August. Do let me know your scores and do add your scores onto Quiz Hub. It's great to see your scores on there. On that, US players, hello to all of our US players. My autobiography has only been available in the US in the audiobook format on things like Audible and Spotify and stuff. I found out over the weekend that it is now on physical sale. So the actual hardback book is now on physical sale. Now, I know for definite, and this is not an ad because I've not been sponsored by them, I know for definite you can find it online in Target. So if you search for the Quizmaster, and then you can have it, you can order it online to be delivered to your house. So if you're in the US and you've been wanting a copy of my autobiography, you can now order the physical copy of it. So yeah, check it out if you've been waiting, because it was news to me because I was under the impression the US launch had been cancelled 12 months ago, which massively disappointed me because I had two potential, those late night talk shows that you see in the US. I had two potential interviews lined up on those. And then they cancelled it. So now it's out in the US and no one's told me. So I could have got those interviews back in. But yeah, so if you're in the US, my autobiography is now available for you, at the very least at Target. I don't know about other stores. Other stores may be available. I don't know. Anyway, that's the book. This is the quiz. Thank you as always for playing. So I'm back tomorrow then. Another 5 questions if you're still here listening. Another 5 questions tomorrow. Some prehistoric monuments for you. There's a musical and some chocolate bars as well. So thank you very much as always for joining me today. I'll see you soon. As always then, take care and stay safe.